Uh, hey guys, my best friend out there is the flea markets. I hit an open door flea market, an inside flea market yesterday. I've got 6 animal hide stretchers. I got a flesh remover. It removes the flesh from the hide. I've got dryers, and I've got a few other nice little articles. 25 animal snares for $20. I'm always thinking outside the box. I'm always thinking survival. Now I have not only the means to catch the animal, I can skin the animal, I can tan the animal. I've got sinew to sew the hides together. So now I've got a means that I can actually clothe my family. So I'm always thinking of ways to survive and try to think outside the box. Yes, electricity may go down, so my electric oven might not work, but I have a 500-watt turkey broiler that I can put the lid on, turn it up to 350, and use it as an oven, because an oven is basically an oversized turkey broiler. It's just a scaled-down oven is all that's going to be. But I agree with you 100%, Griff. I totally agree with you.
And, John, it's interesting that you say that, because a lot of people say that it's so difficult to prepare because it's so expensive. And to an extent, I agree, because it'll nickel-dime you to death. Even if you do things on the cheap, it'll nickel-dime you to death. But I will say that if anybody has done a man's job of preparing, you've certainly done that, and you've proved also that you can do it on a limited income, and you just kind of have to be creative and kind of think out of the box. Case in point, Lee was talking about, well, what happens when the gas runs out? Well, you can generate power in any number of ways, can't you?
Yes, I've got 2 solar panels. As you know, I put them together myself by wiring the solar panels together. I've got a wind turbine stuck 25 foot above my rooftop that's hooked to a battery bank. I had coal given to me. I have unlimited supply of wood given to me from the farmer who has 300 acres down the street. And you know what? Today, for the first time, I shut down my pellet burner, fired up my wood furnace, plugged the blower from the wood furnace into my power inverter, and heated my house all day long today for absolutely nothing. I got the power from the wind turbine that charged the battery banks. The battery banks ran the blower to the furnace, and the wood was free. So today my house was 75 degrees Fahrenheit all day today, and I didn't pay a penny for it.
Wow, that's 75 degrees, huh? What do you got, your tropical shorts and Hawaiian shirt on, man? You're not supposed to wear that stuff in PA in November.
Well, working 22 years in the steel mills, I tend to like it a little bit on the warm side.
Boy, I tell you what, you wouldn't get along with the missus down here. I woke up this morning, John. My house was 57, and that was comfortable for but it could have gone lower, and my wife would be quite content.
57. The last person that was 57 was stuck with embalming fluid. Holy moly, that's rather cold.
But anyway, Griff, thinking about what we know and seeing how we have been we've been paying attention. What are your thoughts about where we go from here? What do you think? As far as a strategy for people, how do you think they should strategize in getting to a point where they can make it if things crash?
Well, if you're not well on your way now, forget it. It's too late.
Right.
It's about to break open. We're actually looking at November the 14th, which is next Sunday, or a time thereafter for things to start breaking open. First, it's on my mind, so let me say about Lee's state, Kentucky. Our last president was from Kentucky originally, and then he took up that took his family and home in Mississippi. That was the Honorable Jefferson Davis, the first president of the Confederacy, was originally from Kentucky. And also Edgar Casey, the sleeping miracle man psychic, was originally from Kentucky. So a lot of people don't know that, and even more people don't care about it, but Kentucky's a nice place. I don't know how to answer that question, Joe. Everybody's different. Everybody's running on their life experience. Everybody's got different agendas. Mm-hmm. Most people are drinking fluoride, and you cautioned me about that. You know very well what that'll do to the brain, make you docile, and sure. Most people are docile. They hear it, but they don't act. They just don't act. If their pants were on fire, it would not bother them, you know. And that's what I've run into for the last 11 years doing this.
That's right. Hey, I want to bring John back on, John Gorman. Hey, John, sorry about that. I saw that you got cut off, but I would like you to finish, talking about the protest you guys are going to have at that courthouse, and do that before we breach another subject. Go ahead.
Certainly. George is in jail, has been since, I believe it's Wednesday, and he has, like I say, been persecuted for about a year and a half over a traffic ticket by the Crown and by the judges, and he stood his ground, and they sent him off to jail in order to wait for a 5-day psychiatric assessment in one of our hospitals in Ontario there, and it's just illegal, contrary to our Canadian Charter of Rights, what they're doing to this man. So we have formulated, I've just put up a YouTube, along with my colleagues back in Ontario, inviting people to the court.
Well, so much for that. John got cut off again. It's an awful connection up in Canada. And or, Uncle Griff,
it happens every time.
It happens every time, I know. So, folks, let me tell you something. When we come back, we're going to be taking some more phone calls, and we'll also get into, day 3. It's going on day 4 of the WebBot predictions. You're listening to the Intel Hub News Network. Stay tuned for more.
Did you ever wish that you could have done something while you still had the chance? What will you do if your income ends tomorrow? Or if you lose your home, as many already have? Do you have enough money to survive through an economic depression? If you don't want to gamble with your future, then FreeToProsper.com can help you quickly end your debt problems, protect your property and possessions, and develop a personal strategy to get you through the hard times. Most importantly, you get to keep your money and not pay another cent to creditors. Our program is often superior to bankruptcy, consolidation, or settlement. Visit FreeToProsper.com to find out more. This is your real chance to act ahead, so don't delay. Your future may depend on it. Call 718-615-0123 to learn more. That's 718-615-0123. Or visit FreeToProsper.com today.
In a world where corrupt oppressors and oligarchs have seized control of the populations, total tyranny is amongst us. The burden of humanity rests on our shoulders. The only way out is to expose the global crime syndicate known as the New World Order. Together, we are all one. Together, we are Intel soldiers. The battle for free humanity ensues. Join us in the fight. TheIntelHub.com.
Secure your future. Get your non-hybrid seed pack now. With the looming economic crisis, food shortages, and other toxic disasters, now is the time to be ready. Just click on the Heirloom Organics banner at the top of our Blog Talk Radio page today. Secure your future and the future of your family in hard times. Heirloom Organic Seeds.
Hi, this is Bob Tuskin. Tune into my show, Truth Be Told Radio, Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
You are listening to the Intel Hub News Network, crushing the New World Order piece by piece.
Welcome back, folks. I've heard that there's some problems with the stream at Revolution Broadcasting, but be advised that you can listen to it at our site, www.theintelhubradio.com/the Intel Hub News Network, and that's our own 64K streaming audio. So by all means, if you guys want, support us by going on over there, and you'll get much better audio at our website. I'm going to go to the phones right now, and we're going to bring on Rory from Louisiana. Rory, you're live on the show.
Hello, how y'all doing?
I'm doing just fine, Rory.
I had a question for Griff.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Griff, do you think that there'll be a currency change before it completely collapses?
I know new currency has been printed. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that's going to play out. I think eventually the situation will be totally out of hand, beyond the control of the powers that be to manage it. And that's when chaos will start. I don't think they're going to be able to manage the people like they think they are. So I don't know how that's going to play out. It's probably one of those things you'll just have to watch it and see what happens. I don't think anybody knows for sure right now.
No, for sure. But you know what, Rory? It would be an interesting scenario, and one that is quite convenient for, say, the IMF to roll in that debit or the credit-based monetary system, the paperless monetary system. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where they eventually want to go with that. With the mark on the people, the debit number on the people. They've been working on it for the last 40 or 50 years. Everything is in place except the debit number on the people. That's the only thing they have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can tell you, Griff, as a fan of Star Trek myself, the whole Federation thing operates on a credit system. Captain Kirk, Captain Picard goes about the universe and goes to a certain planet and gets to spend X amount of his credits that he has built up. That's basically a paperless digital monetary system. And this was forecasted, 45 years ago on television, and here it is now coming to fruition. Well,
it was forecast 2,000 years ago in the revelation of Ionios, in Revelation of John, with the 666. That's what that is. It's a debit monetary system. And the people without the mark or the debit number on their person will not be able to buy or sell without it. Because the barcodes all over the world now are set up on a 666 format, with the guard bars being 666 in all of the barcode formats, UPC codes.
Does that answer your question, Rory?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, very good. Well, I appreciate it, and thank you for the call. Well, Griff, and John, the economy, let me just say this. We have never seen in the history of this country a mass exodus of so many politicians and so many people of, quote-unquote, high importance in the banking industry, lead